The interview, so I suppose you have the questions. I don't think too many don't know who I am.
If you want to take a few minutes to introduce yourself to the people that don't, you can give us a quick rundown.
Well, I came to Pacific in 1953.
Microphone.
I left for a couple of years in the military. And then I came back and I lived on Pacific Avenue, I don't know how many years, too long to remember. And since then, I sold a couple places, developed some property and moved over. I live on Butte Avenue, 324 Butte Avenue, back off the road up against the railroad ditch there, the border. I've been there 3 terms. I've been on the city council. I run the public works department for 20 months when we had kind of emergency. One of the guys left. I've been involved in charitable organizations during my life. I'm president of Black Watch Drum and Bugle Corps back in '76. We went back to Washington, D.C. to President Carter's inauguration. I was on the board of trustees of the Auburn Eagles, coached Little League sports in Pacific, and I guess I've been here basically steadily since about 1956, one place or the other. But I've had property in the town since 1953, so
What question?
what more can I ask?
Can you pull the mic up closer to me, please?
Turn it off
Don't pull it up.
like
Maybe
that?
I'll put her sign down. Thank you.
Was it loud or something?
No, it's not loud enough. You need it.
Is that better?
Speaking
Put,
in
yeah, put
There
it
we go.
straight on your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're really sensitive. There we
Okay.
go. Perfect.
There we go.
What questions does council have?
Uh,
Go ahead, Councilman Wilson.
So Howard, what committee do you think, you can help the most on our council committee?
I think Public Works. I have pretty good knowledge of the water and sewer system, and back when I was there, it was more hands-on. I had to go out and check pumps, and I still believe it's the most important system in town. If you don't believe it, just shut the water off and see how many telephone calls you get. I've always said Jack the Ripper could walk down Main Street and you get 3 phone calls. Shut the water off and you get 33 phone calls. So I'm very pro-public works.
So, I'm curious, why are you interested in pursuing this appointment? Why are you interested in the appointment?
Oh, I'm sitting around the house. I'm retired. I got plenty of time. I think I have some ideas. I think that would help the city. And I realize the inner workings of the government. I know you have 3 branches of government. Sometimes branches cross from one to the other. I'm a very firm believer of the executive branch should run the city. The legislative branch should legislate the laws and tell the mayor basically by law what they want her to do. And the judicial, basically, the other city attorney, so he handles most of that.
Councilman Remy?
What change would you like, what is the biggest thing that you would like to see changed in the city?
I don't think too much, I don't look at things too much from a change point of view. I think...
Or improved? Is improved a better word?
That would be the word.
Okay, so in your eyes, what do you think needs the most improvement in the city, and how could you help to do this?
Well, I think I've been to council meetings before at budget time, and I've stressed very emphatically that the street maintenance in the town is at a very bad situation right now. We have problems with the streets, we have truck holes, we have places washed out. All of the problems, we need crack sealing done, we need a number of things. street-wise, and I'm a very big proponent of good streets. I think good streets kind of dictates to the public what your town, where your town's headed. And when your streets start going to pieces, people start seeing it, and I just think that's the big issue in my viewpoint. I don't see any, of course, I'm not around enough to be in the know, but I don't see any big thing with public works as far as the water and the sewer. From my own point of view, I haven't heard about too many water shut-offs or anything like that, so I assume the system's working good. I know the system's been updated, and I might add, 1976, I was responsible for putting that well down there when we ran out of water. So I understand the ramifications of such a thing. I sat in that pump house at 10:30 at night waiting for the water to infiltrate into the sump that we had so we could pump it out. But I'm very strong on public works, very, very, more than anything else. I think it's the most important thing in your city. Without water, you got nothing. Every city in the United States is where it's at today because they know they went there because they had drinking water.
Other questions? Okay. Thank you, Howard.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And you're welcome to stay around if you want to hang out in the mayor's office, or you could send in Karen.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.